Andrew.
I'm Dennis.
We are the Crafty Lumberjacks.
We're here today for Plaid Crafts, and it's no surprise to you that we love Halloween.
Yeah.
But you know who else loves Halloween? Our cat, Teddy Krueger. So this year we went to surprise him by turning this fake pumpkin that we got at the craft store and turn it into a pumpkin house so he can live out his spooky Halloween dreams. Now, this was the largest pumpkin that we can find at the craft store. And Teddy is huge.
Yeah, he's really big. But he does like to get into small spaces.
Yeah, he does, he does. But we're gonna use a wood burning tool to make this hole a little bigger so that he can get up in there.
Well, this is cutting really well. You can also use a serrated knife, but if you do this method, you should probably have the windows open or do this outside just because of the fumes. And we have Teddy Krueger in the other room.
Yes, because we don't want to spoil his surprise.
Well, that too. We also want to add some windows, so we're doing all our carving first before we start doing our paint technique.
It actually looks like a real pumpkin.
It does. I really like how it's carved.
We've never done this. We're traditional kind of guys.
I like to use a real pumpkin.
We like to use a real pumpkin and the pumpkin cutting tools. But you know, it's modern times. You gotta get with the modern times, bro.
All right, our pumpkin is fully carved. It looks great as is.
Yes, but because Teddy is a stickler for realism, we wanted to give this a more realistic look, and we're gonna be doing that by watering down some folk art black paint and giving it a paint technique that's gonna transform it. You gotta give the cat what he wants.
That's true.
All right, so we're just gonna mix a little bit of the folk art black paint.
Maybe a little more.
A little more. With a bit of water. And we're just doing this to thin out the paint because we don't want it to be black. We just want to kind of give it a little extra texture.
Yeah, you want to see that orange come through. So all we're really doing is just adding some black paint into the grooves and then wiping it away, leaving just a little bit in the crevices using a paper towel. And now I'm using my fingers, just whatever seems to be working. We wanted to give it some texture, make it look kind of dirty and worn.
It looks super awesome.
Yes.
I think Teddy's gonna approve.
I do too. We love using folk art paint because you can use it on different surfaces, wood, glass, plastic, and it dries really quickly.
Yes, which is always good for us.
Absolutely. Now we're going to make...
So many crafts, so little time.
Now we're gonna make some embellishments. I'm gonna make a chimney out of a paper towel roll and some acrylic paint and Mod Podge.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna do some flying bats maybe and some tombstones.
Oh, okay.
This is one lucky kitty.
Rare. When I cut out some rectangles from the same paper to make some detailed patches, and I'm just gonna use Mod Podge and decoupage that on just for a little added touch.
All right, so now I'm gonna start making my gravestones here. I cut these out with the wood burning tool and some recycled styrofoam. I'm just gonna kind of dingy them up, adding some green and yellow for moss and just kind of a weathered look. And I'm just gonna kind of keep adding layers and layers until it starts to look more realistic. All right, a lot of our add-on embellishments are almost there.
Yep.
Everything's drying, everything's looking super spooky, super awesome. We're gonna add a little more detail on our tombstones here using a folk art stencil. We're gonna spell out RIP.
R.I.P.
Whenever we work with smaller stencils or doing something small and detailed, we like to cut it out, so we're just gonna cut out the letters, and then we're just gonna add little stencil detail on each little tombstone.
It's gonna look so cute.
Teddy is thrilled.
All right, I'm gonna start in the middle just so I can hopefully kind of keep it as centered as possible. Stenciling is a dry brush technique, so you don't wanna use too much paint.
It looks pretty stinking cute.
Yes.
We put some of Teddy's favorite scrap fabric in the bottom there, so if he feels inclined, he can take a nap in his little spooky pumpkin house.
Yes, I guess the test will be if he ever uses it, but if not, it's just gonna look so adorable in our apartment anyways.
Yes, thank you, Plaid, so much.
Yes.
You can find all of these materials online or at your local craft store, and we'll see you soon. Happy Halloween.